Batman issue 86. Tom King is gone. James Tynion is here. Oh, thank you. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Long Box Diving, where we explore comics and story arcs pulled from the long box. And I am discussing Batman 86 today, the first issue of the James Tynion run. And we've got Tony Daniel on the art, Miki. But man, this book was fantastic. I have been missing a good, solid Batman story. It's been a while. And, I did not enjoy Tom King's run. There were some good moments, but right after the wedding, everything just went right downhill, and I did not enjoy anything really. The courtroom one with the ice, Mr. Freeze, that kind of stuff, that kind of was okay, but everything after that was just... Oof. So, we start out with this, and I gotta say, I could not say I've heard of Tony Daniels before. I don't recognize his name on any other story or any other book. I did not recognize his name. James Tynion, I know. I did not recognize Tony Daniel. And when we got to this first page, I was like, wow, that's good. And then we get that double page spread where Batman's up on a girder overlooking the city, and I'm like, that's it right there, man. That is fantastic. And there's just minimum, conversation going on here. We're kind of catching up with Batman had a dream about the city and the things he wanted to do, and maybe if you focus more in helping to put and make the city the reality of that he had in his dreams, something good could come of this. And then we get this whole scene out in an alleyway. We have some assassins meeting together. We have a guy named Gunsmith. We got Mr. Teeth. We have Cheshire, and then we have another guy come in, and they're all kind of talking amongst themselves. They're going to do something, I guess, to get to Batman, or they have a plan of some sort. And then we flip over, and we're with Catwoman, who's actually Felicia Hardy. Not Felicia Hardy, man. What am I talking about? Selena Kyle, and she's over there. She's all dressed up in the little black dress, and she's doing her thing, and she's kind of working with Batman in the ear. And he's kind of telling her, hey, we got to monitor this guy. This guy's going to do something. We got to make sure you're on it and, keep your eye out for this. So she's kind of, I know what I'm doing, and of course, who knows, she may be stealing things while she's there. Then we get an image of Lucius Fox, and Lucius Fox is kind of doing this build of this new jet engine vehicle of some sort. And the art on this, man, is just fantastic. The inner workings of this motor that Lucius Fox is standing over, that he's building. Is it going to fly? It's theoretically supposed to fly, and all this kind of stuff, right? And then we get it's Slade, right? Slade is one of the ones with Cheshire and Gunsmith and Mr. Teeth and the other dude. And then all of a sudden, they're talking about, hey, we got to get Batman, and Batman's standing there and they go, okay. Batman's like, the plan. I've got to do whatever I'm going to do. I've got to do it quick. I can't give Slade a chance to react or do what he planned. I've got to take him out. I got to take him out quick. And he sends like this filament rope thing, and he wraps Slade around. Slade goes to cut it and actually breaks his sword. And then it pulls Slade through the wall. And the man, you can see the billowing of the smoke wrapping up in this panel, wrapping up around. The smoke works right. The dirt and the debris flying off with Slade. Crazy. It is fantastic. I mean, Tony Daniels did a great job here. And we see Batman has some new sphere toys where each of the criminals thinks Batman's the one that's after them, but really Batman's dealing with Slade right now. And they're having this fight, right? And they're going back and forth. And they're fighting. And he's kind of making fun of him. So Batman's become unhinged, and Batman's this, and Batman that. And Batman's like, I know, now shut the blink up and fight me. So it's at dollar at percent weight or whatever he said. So then we get, and Batman is already bleeding from the nose. So Slade's giving him the what for here. Slade's no pushover. Then we get Selena Kyle, and she's with the dude that she's kind of figured out has some type of device, and he's down in the server room, and he's like, you have to stop him. You have to. It's the designs, the plans for the city, the new plans to replace Wayne's. You can't let this happen. You can't. And he's got like this disease, and he's starting to like melt, and smoke's billowing out of him, and I don't know what's going on, but it almost looks now that something takes over speaking for him. I said, don't pretend you don't remember. It's always started with the 5 killers coming to town. That was always step 1. And the first part was a perfect crime. That's what you called it. Bruce Wayne has a design for Gotham City. So I don't know who this villain is that's in the background here. So Bruce Wayne wants to build the city up in an image that he's always dreamed and wanted to do to make the city better. And then he's in this whole fight with Slade and these 4 other killers, the 5 killers. And then Selina Kyle sees this and deals with this dude and some other voice coming through. Something's going on there. I don't know what it is. And then we get this image of Batman. He just beat Slade, right? Slade's mask is broken off. Slade's got a batarang through his eye patch. He's got arrows in his chest. Now, I'm not sure where the arrows came from. Apparently somewhere in their fight, arrows were used. I don't know. But Batman looks beat up. He's all torn. He's got ripped shoulder, ripped bicep. He's got cuts across here. His mask is half torn off. He's bleeding from it. He got beat up. His knees are all scratched up. Batman got beat up. Slade Slade's not a pushover. And they had a bad fight there, right? And then we get this page. And this honestly probably hit me the most after reading this. Was like, whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Batman goes, Alfred, send a priority signal to the GCPD. Tell them to prepare the 5 black cells. The cells in the black wing, whatever it is. And then we get a picture of Lucius. I'm sorry, Bruce. Alfred says isn't here. And we just get the picture of Batman with the ring. And we get a closer up on his face and the blood. Forgive me, Lucius, it's been a long night. I'm like, oh, dude, man, come on. That, I didn't like them killing Alfred to begin with, but that was good. That was good writing. That was good art. You could see it on both Lucius' face. You could see it both on Batman's face. It was, that was really good. And then it shows him kind of like talking about he's getting in the jet. The jet's kind of like crawlers and it can climb. And it's almost like a Gundam suit. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what it looks like. And then it flips into a jet and it starts to take off. Because I feel the inertia of the metal wings take me into the sky, and I start to see the impossible take shape beneath me. A city I've only seen in raw design before, something that can and will be so much better than before. And in that moment, I do what I told my old friend I believe. So Alfred's always the one to say, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you actually build the city like you want it to, and build it like you've been dreaming to make things better, not just as Batman, but maybe you can start making things better as Bruce Wayne as well. And then the whole touching moment of when Batman forgets that Alfred's dead, talking to Lucius, and the art here, great. The writing was good. The writing was great, and the art was fantastic. I am so happy with this comic right now. I am on it. I mean, normally it takes me a couple issues before I say, yeah, I'm on this. But I am definitely on this comic. This comic was fantastic. It is good. It is good. So if you're not on this, I would recommend start picking up Batman now, starting issue 86. It is great. It is a definite recommend. Well, if you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time here in the Long Box.